Amidst this pandemic crisis caused by COVID-19, we assure you that we are trying to do all necessary actions as we guarantee that no one is left behind. Likewise, you are expected to do your responsibilities as a student by educating yourself and by studying harder. In this lesson presentation, we are going to tackle the types of eating disorders and types of eating habits. For the type of eating disorders, first we have the anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa is characterized by self-induced starvation, where the body denies itself essential nutrients that are needed to function normally and extreme weight loss. Symptoms of those suffering from anorexia nervosa include an intense fear of weight and getting fat, feeling fat despite dramatic weight loss of periods and extreme concerns with body weight. The negative health consequences of anorexia nervosa include an abnormally slow heart rate, a reduction in mass, hair loss, and severe dehydration. It has also become a significant concern for mental health, as it is one of the most commonly diagnosed psychiatric cases as young women and has one of the highest death rates of any mental conditions. Another type of eating disorders we have bulimia. Bulimia is a serious, potentially fatal emotional disorder characterized by a distorted body image and an obsessive desire to lose weight. It is greatly associated to a destructive cycle of binging and purging, usually caused by self-induced vomiting. Bulimia can be extremely destructive to the body as the continuous cycle of binge and purging can have negative effect to the digestive system. In addition, bulimia can lead to electrolyte and chemical imbalances which can affect the heart and the other organs of the body. People who struggle with bulimia are usually those of average weight. Similar to anorexia nervosa, most but not all victims are female adolescents. Third type of eating disorder we have the binge eating. Binge eating is a type of eating disorder which involves out-of-control eating. Those struggling with binge eating disorder usually experience distress, shame, and guilt over their eating behaviors. The health consequences of binge eating are similar to those of obesity. The most alarming thing about eating disorders is that they are rarely about food. Most people who reported having an eating disorders are usually suffering from a variety of social, emotional, and physical issues. Negative body images are normally the first triggers of an eating disorder, with most females reporting being dissatisfied with how they look and desire for a certain body type. Now let's go to the types of eating habits. Our relationship with food is a direct reflection of our relationship with life. If you struggle with your weight, body image, or eating habits, just know that this is not a problem. All of these conditions are symptoms of a problem that are trying to get your attention. And so, the more willing you are to take an honest look at yourself and your relationship with food, the more opportunities you will have to not only know yourself better, but to make change. First type of eating habits, we have the fueling for performance. In this type of eating, the athlete carefully selects food that will be beneficial for the sport that he or she is preparing for. Today, carbohydrate loading is popular to some athletes. Athletes usually practice proper nutrition through this type of eating. Fueling for performance is when you are eating foods that support your body and its needs. This is considered as a clean eating. Eating real, whole, natural, and minimal processed foods that will provide you with energy and nourishment and feel good in your body. In fueling for performance, the athletes who engage in carb or carb loading makes sure that he or she eats an ample amount of carbohydrates so as to be prepared to participate in strenuous activities like aerobics and marathon. Another type of eating habits we have emotional eating. On the other hand, is not healthy. The person, in an effort to relieve stress and negative emotion due to certain life events, transforms eating as a form of outlet. Emotional eating may relieve a certain level of stress, but this type of eating may tend to be excessive and could lead to fat deposit. Third type of eating habits, we have social eating. Social eating, such as eating in parties or other gatherings, may impel a person to overeat as parties usually extend for hours. Besides hefty servings and proportions, party foods are more appetizing than regular meals. Fourth type of eating habits, we have eating in front of TV or while watching sports events. It may yet be another cause of unchecked diet and could lead to excessive weight gain because people are not aware of how much they have eaten. Fun eating. Fun eating is eating any food that you love to eat that don't necessarily give you anything back. In other words, a food that tastes great and you enjoy but don't offer any real nutritional value, such as, for example, eating cakes, potato chips, candies, and many more. You want to pay careful attention when eating fun foods as to be sure that you are receiving the pleasure that they provide. This could look like one small treat a day or 2 fun meals a week. The rule with fun eating is that you must enjoy each bite. Another type of eating habits, we have fag eating. Fag eating is anytime you eat without awareness. You are munching on chips without even tasting them. You finish off a bag of candy before you even realize how much you ate and don't even remember what it tasted like. Fag eating is not enjoyable or purposeful. It is an unconscious munch that we are not even aware that we are doing. The goal is to never fag eat. Stop the minute you catch yourself. Another type of eating habits we have is storm eating. Storm eating is binge eating or eating out of control. It is anytime you can stop yourself. You are aware that you are eating and you want to stop, but you feel like you can stop yourself or like you can control yourself. It is almost like you are watching another person inside your own body. Sometimes this happens if we let ourselves get too hungry, and sometimes it may happen when we have an overwhelming emotions that we do not want to feel. Storm eating is usually followed by regret and shame. Many times it is done in private or in hiding. Ways of poor nutrition. Poor eating habits include under or overeating, not having enough of the healthy foods we need each day, or consuming too many types of food and drinks, which are low in fiber or high in fat, salt, or sugar. These unhealthy eating habits can affect our nutrient intake, including energy sources like protein, carbohydrates, essential fatty acids, vitamins and minerals, as well as fiber and fluid. How does poor nutrition affect us? Poor nutrition can impair our daily health and well-being and reduce our ability to lead an enjoyable and active life. In the short term, poor nutrition can contribute to stress, tiredness, and our capacity to work. And over time, it can contribute to the risk of developing some illnesses and other health problems such as being overweight or obese, tooth decay, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, some cancers, depression, and even developing eating disorders. Hoping that this lesson presentation can help you learn more. I hope you will be very vigilant to observe the things you have been taught and trained, as knowledge will really gives us the power to tread this rocky road academic journey this school year. Until then, see you in our next video. God bless and keep safe, everyone.